Hey everybody, it's your boy Kraken, and today I'm going to show you how to do the MIPS Clip trick in Super Mario 64. Very useful for 16-star runs. In fact, kind of necessary. So we're actually not going to get the star from MIPS here. We're just going to use MIPS to get through some doors. We are going to do this right after the Hazy Maze Cave stars. So as soon as we've done all of those, the 2 inside the level and the 1 toad star outside, we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to break it down step by step for you. So we'll do it a little slow, might reset a couple of times, but bear with me. It's a trick that has a lot of nuance to it, but once you've got the nuance down, it's pretty simple. It can be much like muscle memory. It's fairly easy to do. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first we're going to save, and then we're going to run over here. I like to do a double jump up here. Try not to hit this guardrail, and try not to bonk on the door, but a double jump right into the door here. Beautiful. And then as soon as you get out here, we're going to just run and do a long jump to the left side there. Let's go ahead and do that. And you'll see when we get over here, it's a little hard to get, but there's MIPS. Let me go ahead and use Mario Cam. There's MIPS right there. Depending on which direction you run at MIPS, MIPS will run in the opposite direction. So we're not going to want to run to the left side because we want MIPS to go to the left. So we're going to run to the right side just a little bit. Just enough to send MIPS off to the left down the hallway where we can corner them. So let's go ahead and do that. And when you see they run, we're going to go ahead and try to keep up with them. Catching them's a little tough. In the quick run, you saw that I caught them pretty early because I know some of the angles and sometimes I get lucky with it. But I'm going to show you the trick that most people use, including me, for most of my runs. And it's at the end here once we've cornered at the end of the hallway. So let's go ahead and do that. So you see this. And I like to just sort of jump like this. Try not to catch him. Yeah, beautiful. And you'll see, let me go ahead and do Mario Cam again. MIPS is hanging out with the toad at the end of the hallway. So this is where you can corner them. It's pretty easy. They'll always end up here. Now if you run at them, they're going to come at another angle and get away from you. It's kind of hard to catch them like that. But there is a surefire way to catch them, just as long as you're angled correctly and you're on the ground with your arms out. I'll show you how to do that. Most people do a jump and then a dive. I just usually dive all the way through, so I'm already diving when I do it, but I'll show you the jump and dive first. Let's hope I get this right. And, oh, let's not get too close without screwing it up. I'll just do the regular dive then, if you want to jump and dive. And we want to get right there. You see about 3/4 of the way to the right. And he'll walk right into your hands. You don't even have to do anything. He'll walk right into your hands if you're dived like that. We'll go ahead and, go through the dialogue 3 times, I think. And there's the star. We don't want to collect it. We will not need it. Our 16th star, we want to do as few stars as possible, right? So 16th star. Our 16th star will come from Bowser's sub-level. So Dire Docks, I believe. So we're not going to go ahead and grab that. But to move with MIPS, we should jump. You'll see it's pretty slow if you just walk around normally. But if you jump, you get a lot faster. Just watch out for these fires up on the wall. They will light your butt, and you will drop MIPS. Now, it's easy to pick MIPS back up if you've dropped them. See, MIPS will stay right there. You just, grab them again. Not a problem, not a problem. But you can lose time if you're hitting the fire and if you're just walking around normally. Though, if you're having trouble, try this out first. Try out just walking normally and not hitting the fire, and then give it a shot. Alright? And once you've got the cornering method down over here, you could try to catch MIPS closer to the door like I did in the first run. So, next up, we're going to take MIPS to this door here. It's necessary to get MIPS to the door because we can get to the door normally, however, we need it for the star door on the other side as well. So, we're going to run up with MIPS facing the door, and we're going to walk against the door. Nice and slow. We're only pushing up on the joystick a little bit. And we want to go to the right a little bit. So you see I'm moving to the right slowly, but we're gonna do something like this. Let me position and show you. And then we're gonna slowly move to the right, to the corner. We don't want to go too far past the door. We just want right about here. Right about here is the trick. You see it's about not even quite halfway of Mario's cap there on the side of the door. And you may think like, well, how do I know for sure? Because it's got to be lined up pretty quickly. And there is actually a trick. So if you go into I believe it's Mario Cam. We can get close. It was about as close as we can get. It's not Mario Cam, but close as we can get. You'll see 2 shadows on the ground. If you see, Mario has a shadow, but MIPS also has a shadow. And you can use that as a marker for when MIPS is properly positioned. We slowly walk at the door, moving to the right, and watch for MIPS shadow to disappear. As soon as it does, we're going to pull that trigger and drop him. Beautiful. Now we're in the door. Try not to move. You'll mess it up. We just got to do specific motions only. All right? So when we're like this, we're going to crouch, and we're going to move around to face the MIPS. Crouching helps us not leave our position while still moving around. So that's pretty useful. And if MIPS is not working for you and you don't want to do the animation of going through the door twice, you can skip one of the animations by backflipping from this position. So you see what I mean? If MIPS is close enough, we'll be able to grab them through the door. If not, no matter how many times we try, we can't grab them. We got lucky. That's close enough. We timed it up right. And now we're going to hop backwards. We don't want to hop forwards or we'll have to do it all over again. We're going to want to hop backwards through the door. Perfect. We're on the other side of the door now. Now, still, please do not go through the door. Drop MIPS and go through the door. It's a time waster. But we're going to turn around and jump. We're going to keep doing that jumping here to get, closer. And we're going to jump over this guardrail here. You can see if you hit it, you will drop the MIPS. So you can always pick it back up. But you want to time it so that your jump goes right over it and not onto it. So you don't drop your MIPS like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab the MIPS and I'll show you what it looks like. I do it all the time. Don't worry about it if you do it. Not a big deal. It's a little hard to position the MIPS. Okay, well, it's up there. Let's go ahead and grab it. You see, I did it for real that time. So now we're up at the star door, and this is where we really need the MIPS. This is where the trick is totally necessary. We're going to want to do the same thing with the star door, okay? This one's a little more forgiving. Once you're through it, you don't really need the MIPS, so you don't need to turn around and grab it or nothing. You don't need to be in the door, and it's a very thin door. So we just need to get to the corner here. I don't even know if the shadow needs to disappear, but just in the corner, right? Same thing we did. And we're going to want to drop MIPS, and it will put us through the door completely. Once we're on the other side, we're going to want to backflip away so we don't get the dialogue text, though. If you get the dialogue text, whatever, just go through it. It's not very long. It's like a second lost, no biggie. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll drop it right when we're in the corner here. Oh, a little too far. We want to angle ourselves just into the corner. Let's get it. Let's see if we can get it right here. It usually takes a few attempts, but there you go. You see I'm on the other side of the door. It's a little hard to see, but I'm going to do a backflip away from the door. If you've got a better method for getting away from the door than a backflip, because backflip is a little bit of a long time move, by all means use it, but I just try to avoid that dialogue box as much as possible. And then, of course, I just long jump towards, and dive jump sometimes, towards the Dire Docks entrance. And that's all there is to it. That's the MIPS clip. I know it seems a little long, but it is a super necessary trick, and if you follow all those steps, you will have great success with MIPS. It's not as hard as it looks. Just practice it, get that memory down, and I'm gonna go through it real quick here with instructions overlaid, just real quick, and I'll show you how it's done, so you can kind of like cement that knowledge that we just went over. All right, so let's go ahead and reset it, and hopefully I don't have too much trouble with it here. So if I have trouble, I'll try to fix it, but that way you can kind of see what it looks like normally. I will probably screw something up. We're gonna do our double jump up to the door. Beautiful. We're going to long jump. I didn't long jump again, but whatever. To the right. Do our little dive jumps here. If we don't catch them. Beautiful. Do one dive jump here. Oh, I missed it. Okay, so if we miss it, we're definitely going to have to be careful here. You'll want to be very quick. Got to chase them around. I did grab them in time. You definitely don't want to miss it, but let's go ahead and take it back. Because see, now the walk is much longer. But that gives you an idea of what to do if you do miss them on that. That way you're not chasing them around all day long. And I'm just being careful of the flames here. I don't want to burn my butt. All right, get them up to the door. Look for that shadow disappear. Slowly walk into the corner. I don't want to go too far, or else I can't grab him anymore. It's worth it to line it up right here. Take a couple extra seconds, you know, that you don't go through the door on accident. I'm having a little bit of difficulty, but so will you. Trust me. This is the way of the MIPS. There we go. I think that's good. That should be good. Beautiful. Hop back on through. Do our little jump. Beautiful. All right, up to the star door. Just try to get ourselves through it here. You'll see I'll do that one a little more easy. Backflip, and then we're into Dire Docks. That's simple. That's how you do it. If you need help with this, if you're having a little difficulty, just run the video back a couple of times. Definitely the part where I explain it step by step. Find whatever step you're having trouble with and just look at how I do it and really practice it. You kind of saw 3 different ways to do that, slightly different in each one. The fast one, that was like the optimal strategy. I lost it a little bit of time at the star door, but otherwise it was pretty solid. The one where I broke it down slowly was also kind of nice because you could see the step by step. That's usually the kind of run you'll end up doing with MIPS. And the last one is kind of like if you screw it up a little bit, that's what it is. But not a big deal. Again, you can always recover. I would say it's not super dire. MIPS always takes a little bit extra time. It's really like one of those things that's like second to BLJs and kind of screwing up your time. So don't worry about it too much. It's always going to be a little long. I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be glad to help you out. Have a good one.